Now, the number one position that Chelsea need to address in this upcoming transfer market is the striker role. Now, Chelsea have been struggling with this position for almost half the season, and it's been costing us points week in and week out. We need to solve the problem, right? Now, my solution is to sign Victor Osimhen, right? Now, hear me out. There's pros and cons to this. Pros, we know he was a world-class player last season, right? Everyone knows this. Victor Osimhen was a world-class player last season. This season, he's not been terrible, but admittedly, he's not been great. But there's reasons to that beyond just football, right? He's been having a falling out, which is actually the only reason I can sit here and tell you that realistically, we might be able to sign Victor Osimhen. But look, he's unproven in the Prem. He's very expensive. And because of that, we probably need to sell a couple of players to make up for FFP. And we can no longer make some loopholes to do that. And unfortunately, there's been talks of selling Conor Gallagher. We're open to talks. We're also looking to sell Axel Disasi. I bet you haven't heard that one yet, huh? Yeah, we're looking to sell Axel Disasi 6 months into his Chelsea career. Now, I've never been a fan of Axel Disasi, right? I've always thought Benoît Badiashile was the better centre-back from Monaco, and I'm sticking with that. But Disasi hasn't been bad, and if we're going to sell him 6 months into his signing, why do we buy him in the first place? Now look, Poch wants taller defenders. This is a fact. This is what we know, and apparently he's going to be going in to sign a bigger centre back, most likely right-footed, as Benoît Badiashile, I'm assuming is in his long-term plans for the future. But look, I'm not here to address that today. That's maybe a different video. What I'm here to talk about is the top 3 positions or players we need to sign this transfer market. Now, like I said before, Victor Osimhen is the first name on my list, right? Now, there's also Ivan Toney that is a very realistic signing for us and is on Chelsea's shortlist. But out of the two, I choose the more expensive one, the better player, in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, but he is very expensive. And I fear that if we do buy Osimhen for 120 to 140 million or whatever, we're going to have to sell Conor Gallagher. He is the most profitable player that Chelsea can sell this upcoming transfer market, and I don't want to see it. Honestly, I don't. I'd rather see Caicedo leave, which is not going to happen because he was 115 million. No one's going to buy him in the form that he is in right now. But to conclude, look, we need a striker, whether it be Ivan Toney or Victor Osimhen. I don't care. Either of them is fine. Even if we have to bring back Lukaku, do it, please. We need a number 9. And Nicholas Jackson, this season, at the very least, is not going to cut it. So, sign Victor Osimhen or Ivan Toney or any other very good number 9 that is proven. Now, the second player that Chelsea need to sign is Kylian Mbappe. Nah, it's not going to happen. But there's a small chance, but no, that's not. We'll sit in 12th or 10th or whatever. He's not going to sign for us. Or is he? Now, as I record this, PSG have just managed to move on to the latter stages of the Champions League, and that pretty much cuts out any, and I mean any, chance of Mbappe leaving this January. If they were to fail to move on, I believe there's a chance he would have moved on. But he's moved on with PSG to the latter stage of the Champions League, and he's probably going to stay in PSG and see the season out. But, there's just a small chance it could happen. Now, the third player that Chelsea need to sign in this transfer market is Diogo Jota. No, I'm just joking. It is Diogo Costa from Porto. Diogo Costa is a very, very good player, goalkeeper. However, he is a bit costly. Definitely one of the most expensive goalkeepers of recent times, with a price tag of approximately 65 million. Now, that is very expensive for a goalkeeper, and honestly, it might be worth just sticking with Robert Sanchez and Petrovic. Now, if we need to sign a goalkeeper, which according to Pochettino and Chelsea Football Club, we do, I recommend Diogo Costa, because he's 24 years old. He's been playing professional football for a very long time. His team has advanced to the latter stages of the Champions League, and him signing for us is very unlikely for two big reasons. As I said, a 65 million price tag, very unrealistic that even Chelsea are going to sign him. And the second reason is that Chelsea are shit right now. Now, in this video, I only really gave one actual player / position that is probably going to happen. But look, the Mbappe one is, we don't need a winger, right? We have Mudryk, Sterling, and Cole Palmer, right? Two of these three players are going to be starting for us, and they should be starting for us. I believe Sterling is a world-class player. Right now, is he? Maybe not. Maybe a level below that. But just 1-2 seasons ago, he was, right? So, look, those three players are amazing. I believe that all three of them have a very good chance of being regular stars for the upcoming years. However, if we could improve and put Mbappe there, then why not? You know, it's not going to happen, and I don't really care. It's not needed. The midfield, personally, I don't think anything needs to be changed, right? If we have Lavia coming back and Nkunku coming back as well, then we don't really need any more players. What we could need is maybe another defender, especially if we're selling Axel Disasi. Now look, Chelsea do not need to splurge all this money. There's only one position that we should definitely invest in, and that is the number 9. That's the striker. In my opinion, we don't need another winger. We don't need another midfielder. We don't need another defender. We need a striker. That is the main and only position that needs to be filled. Nothing else. Well, you could improve, but we shouldn't. We've spent so much money, and unless we sell some players, we can't. We're going to need to sell players, and we're going to lose some very good players that I believe are for the future, like Conor Gallagher, who's here for the now and the future. So selling him would be ridiculous, as he's been our best midfielder this entire season. So we should not sign any player other than a striker. That's my opinion. That's why I gave you Mbappe, which is unrealistic. But look, if we got him, I'd be happy. And Diogo Costa, if we need to sign another goalkeeper, I want it to be him. If it's not him, there's not a very realistic upgrade out there on Robert Sanchez. Do you agree? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.